Subwoofer is the one that is furthest away. Okay, let's stop this. Actually, no, let's not stop. Let's start over. I'm going to start over. Let's start over. Let's set all these time alignments. And X. All right, so I have opened the DSP-PC tool with in demo mode, so nothing is set, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to REW now, and we're gonna take a look at the impulse response. So the way that I'm gonna do this is, as I explained earlier, my mids are the ones that are furthest back, but thinking about it, I lied. The speaker that is the furthest back, the furthest away, is my subwoofer, but I'm not going to do alignment, time alignment, using my subwoofer as a reference. I want to use my right mid as the reference, and we're going to align my front stage with the impulse response and the subwoofer with the phase alignment, which is, I think, is going to be easier for me to do it that way. Okay, so and that way you're going to know both. So let's do that. Let's start with all SPL. So these are scans from earlier, like I said. And we're going to select the alignment tool, and we're going to start with pairs. We're going to do the tweeters. I'm going to push the left tweeter to be aligned with the right tweeter. Then I'm going to go to the mids. I'm going to push the left mid to be aligned with the right mid. Same thing with the mid bass. And then I'm going to push the tweeters back, and I'm going to push the mid bass back to be aligned with the mids. And once my front stage is time aligned, then I deal with the subwoofer. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. So my reference for now is going to be the right tweeter, because I'm going to push the left tweeter. So my reference is on top, right? So my right tweeter is my reference, and my left tweeter is the one that I'm going to push back. And I want to take a look at it from the impulse alignment view, and I want to measure it at, let me zoom out a little bit, and I'm going to measure it at my crossover point, which is, for my tweeters, is 1800. So I want it time aligned at 1800 because I'm going to use that to align the mids to the tweeter. So it's going to get going too much. 1800, right? And what we're going to do is we're just going to, like I said, I changed from phase alignment to impulse alignment, and I'm going to I'm going to click on the align impulse responses at cursor. Click. That's it. So here it's telling me that my left tweeter is out of phase, right? So this immediately selected invert polarity, so I'm going to have to match it on the other end, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to polarity invert it, because my tweeter is already, the polarity is inverted, and I'm going to set the 112 here. 112, not 113, 112. All right. So we leave it like that. Now we're going to do the same thing with the mids. So I'm going to select my right mid as a reference, and I'm going to align my left mid against my right mid. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to leave it at 1800 because that's where it's going to meet the tweeter. Align impulse response at cursor. No issues with polarity, and I have to push my left mid back by 325 milliseconds. So that's what we're going to do. 325, too much, 325. So the two tweeters are done, the two mids are done. We're going to do the same thing with the woofers, the mid basses. So we're going to do the left woofer. Okay, but now I don't need to do 1800. So I'm going to do it where the woofer meets the mid, which is around 400. If I can get this screen somewhere comfortable. 511, so we're going to do like that, 401, so 400. Okay, so it's, the right woofer is my reference, and my left woofer is the one that I'm going to push back. So click align, 482. So that's how many milliseconds I need to push back my left mid bass. 482. It was 482, right? 482. All right. So we have the two tweeters, the two mids, and the two mid basses aligned with each other. So now what I need to do, since my mids are the ones that are furthest back, I have to push my tweeters back, right? So as a pair, I have to lock them and push them back. So let's do that. I'm going to show you how to do that on the Helix DSP, but most DSPs can do this. And so let's find the delay first. So we're going to do, I'm going to use the right side because I need to delay the right side. So we're going to do, my reference is going to be the right mid, and I'm going to align the right tweeter against the right mid, and again I'm gonna put 1800, so I gotta be around 1800 at my crossover point. So now we can see the crossover point, and I'm gonna see what the delay is according to the impulse response. It's 332. Okay, but even though I'm moving the right tweeter, I need to move both tweeters, so we need to lock them up. The way that we're gonna do this is I'm going to put it on a delay group, right? So delay group 1, the left tweeter, delay group 1, the left tweeter, and the delay, since this one is 0, if I move both at the same time, you see they're locked. So now the right tweeter, I need to move it by 332. So I'm going to push it back 332. Right there, 332, and the other one is 4.44, which is a 332 plus 1.12, I think. So now I have the tweeters and the mids in time. Now we're going to push back the mid basses. So we will do the same thing. My right mid is going to be my reference, and now the one that I'm going to push is the right woofer, right? And now my crossover point is going to be around 400. So we leave it there, 401. We click Align Impulse Response to Cursor. And I just got to move it back by right mid is my reference, and my right woofer. Yeah, I have to move it back, but minus 0.009, which is it's not correct. Let me move this. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Yeah, that's it. So I have to invert the polarity because my right mid bass is out of phase. So now I get the correct delay. Now I get the correct result. Sometimes REW is a little bit picky, you know, but I know this is the right answer. So we're going to push them back by 106. We're going to do it the same way. So instead of locking it to group 1, we're going to set this to group 2, because if we set it to group 1 and I start moving this, I'm going to be moving the tweeters as well, and I don't want to do that. So what was the delay? 106. So we're going to do this 106. Too much. 106. All right. So right now we have the whole front stage in time. Okay. Now my woofer is the furthest driver, and since I should have used it as a time reference to delay everything against the woofer, but that's not very straightforward to do. I think doing it with the face is an easier way to do it, and then I get to show you how to do the face alignment as well. So let's do that. So now my reference is going to be my right woofer, and what I need to move is the sub. All right, so we're gonna put my cursor just as a reference, like around my crossover point. I think it's like around 80, 70, 80, something like that. And we're gonna change the view. Here on the top right, it says impulse alignment. I wanna change it to face alignment. So it's gonna change this view to this horrible thing. And what I like to do is I like to zoom in a little bit here, and there's a plus sign that I can use to zoom in, and I know that I should be in phase around here, right? This is my crossover point. So what I'm going to do is just start moving it with the arrow and see how these things start moving. And my sub is the purple one, and my mid base is the green one, and the white one is the sum. You see, now they're starting to get together. See how they're coming apart like around 60 hertz, and when they align around 60 hertz, they're going to be aligned too. We can check they're going to be aligned around 70 hertz as well. And look at that. See, they're coming together, and this is where they need to be in phase, which they're pretty much in phase, right? So let's make sure that that line is in phase. Perfect. So now this is the delay that I need to apply to my subs. It's 10.66, right? So let's do that. So the subs, I think, well, this one is not my actual preset. I have my two subs linked with the same input, but so the way that this will work is, would you just set the delay here at 10.66 right here, assuming that this is a sub. And 1, 2, and that's it. You're in time, and you can try this with your system, and if it works out for you, let me know. I'd like to hear your comments. This works out very well for me. I mean, the whole image opens up, and I mean, it's really cool when everything is on time. So just disclaimer, well, not a disclaimer, but there are certain things that you need to do before you get to this point, and I have videos talking about it. Number one, you have to set your crossover points, assuming that all your hardware is configured perfectly, you know, gains and everything is hooked up correctly, everything is working. You need to set up your crossover points. So watch my video with crossover points. Then you need to set your EQ, right? Pick a target curve and EQ against that target curve, and you need to level match. Okay, so don't forget to level match. Once you have these three things, you can go ahead and start doing this. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. And don't forget, I offer remote tuning services, so you can find me on Facebook under Flatliner Tuning, and you can get in touch with me through there, and I can help you with your tuning needs. Okay, until the next one.